Well, good morning everyone. Welcome to another video. As you can tell, I am not in my car yet, but I am going shortly. I'm heading out to another golf tournament in Amherst, Nova Scotia, and I'm going to take you along. I just thought this might not be a bad spot to start this video because back in January, when Ann and I started doing these videos, we started the whole situation sort of in the same area where I took you around to the side of my property and I showed you the temperature. Of course, that was in January. It wasn't 70 degrees or 20 C. There weren't flowers out. The grass wasn't green. It looked a lot like this. And as you can tell, it was a lot worse during that period of time when we first headed out, and I enjoy the summer so much more and going to Florida. Anyway, back here, and just wanted to let you know that probably in the future, this will probably be my last video of traveling around the Maritimes for a golf tournament. Like I say, today is a stroke play event in Amherst, 2 days. Driving down this morning because my tee-off time's not till 10 to 1, 12:50. And then I'll stay the night in a motel down there because I won't get off the course till about 6. It's about an hour and a half drive. Could drive back, but the next day I'll be teeing off at 7. And so I just don't want the quick turnaround. But I'm going to enjoy it, and hopefully I'll pick up a few aspects along the way, take some road pictures for you so you can see stuff, and move along like that. And hopefully it'll be something that's worth watching. Yes, and I wanted to also show you when I went up there, I could see in the back of my property, you can see those trees. Now, those trees up there are all kinds of deer. They live up there. There's families of them. At first it was cute, but now you see these wonderful tomato plants. There is one tomato right down in there, a big one they left alone. Everything on the left here was chewed. I see a couple little ones down here at the bottom starting to grow again, but they come down and they literally just eat everything. So I'll have to do a fence job next year. Anyway, looking forward to this week. Sorry, it's during the week. It's a Wednesday, Thursday, these next couple of days, and enjoy this round of golf. And I'll take you along and show you what's going on and some few sights and sounds in between. So until next time, toodaloo. Well, welcome back, guys. I'm on the road. Just getting going here. I'm up in on the Trans-Canada Highway heading towards Moncton, just outside of Moncton. And making good time. Cloudy today. Weather looks okay. So far, it was a little wet the first 20 minutes of this drive. It didn't show it on the radar. But I don't care about the first 20 minutes. I only care about it about an hour and a half from now when I play golf. I don't want to be wet. Like I say, just coming up here to Moncton. Traffic's pretty light, not too bad. Looking forward to a good day. I'm going to come back and forth, do a little bit of time lapse in here and there, take you through the Tantramar Marsh, down that area so you can get a look. And the exits and different places where we pull on and off the road to kind of give you an idea of where you are. If you're ever in this area and you're pretty much going to be on this road, or you're heading anywhere from any part of Canada or the States into Nova Scotia, you're traveling this road to get into Nova Scotia. There is a ferry, but not a lot of people would take that. On your right there, this is the Magnetic Hill exit. Big red building over there, that's Casino Moncton. Busy spot around there with its motel and all of its infrastructure there for all the gamblers around that like to go in those areas. More motels here on the right. And if you look to our left over here, you might be able to see the cars in the parking lot. That's Mountain Woods Golf Course. And Mountain Woods has had several different names over the years, but now it's run and operated by a company called Island Coastal Golf, who also runs and operates Anderson's Creek and Green Gables in Cavendish area, which you probably saw in some of my other videos. A little hard to see here, but anyway, it's down in there, and it's a very popular golf course. Very busy, like all golf courses are around the Maritimes. to a place called Sackville, New Brunswick, home of Mount Allison University, and its last, I guess, official town or area of big population at all between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. So we'll travel from Sackville, and about 20 minutes later we'll be in Nova Scotia. There's nothing really defining Nova Scotia from New Brunswick but a road sign. There's no area to go through of security or anything along that line. It's just like a state line. Now, what's interesting when you get up here to Sackville is that between Sackville, like I say, about 20 kilometers, 18 kilometers, 10 miles, is a thing called the Tantramar Marsh. So it's a low area that runs between bodies of water, and it's a low point, and it's very, very tumultuous when it comes to weather. In the winter time, you never know what you're going to get there. There's heavy, heavy winds that go through there, and as a result, sometimes you can have the road closed to high traffic or just closed in general because of it might not be snowing. You go through there and it's snowing. You come back the other end, it's not snowing. It's just kind of one of those places. There's lots of wildlife sanctuaries and things throughout there. There's a lot of birds that nest in that area because of the saltwater area, and it's kind of a neat thing. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a time lapse on when we go through there, and you'll notice when we can do the time lapse, look to your right as we get going through that area, and you will see lots of power poles like you would anywhere else, except you'll only see them at about half the height of everybody else's power poles, and that's because of the marsh and the winds. If they were at the same height, they would all blow over and you'd be replacing them all the time. So instead of a 40-foot pole, they're probably 20s or 15s or maybe even 10s in some areas, just to keep them out of the high winds. You also will notice when we get up there some wind yield. The wind generation through that area is, as you can imagine, with the high winds, is a great opportunity for power generation. So they take advantage of that especially on the Nova Scotia side. You can see at the end it must be more of a high prevailing wind there, and there will be several of those. That makes sense because of the area. This is your main exit here to Sackville. Like I say, home of Mount Allison University, very popular school, small school, university, been around forever. Very arts-based university. Small town, probably 5,000-6,000 people. And right up here with that big yellow sign, you'll see they're talking about they show pictures of trucks slowing down because of the wind and all of that could be going on through here. So be kind of careful. Several of these wind farms with the windmills. Looks like about a dozen in this group, and still not in the Tantramar Marsh, but it's still in the low-lying area, so you can tell they're spinning pretty good today. And it's kind of a cloudy day, I guess. Quite into Amherst yet. We're very close, but just on the right here, as you can see, you'll see a motel called the Travel Lodge, and that's where I'll be spending the night later. Just one of those little motels. You drive up and your room's outside, or you got an entryway outside. Nice and cheap, and a good place for a guy by himself to hang out for the night.
Bear right after 3 kilometers.
Yeah, 3 more kilometers. So. I guess it's got a pool. I won't be partaking in that, but anyway, that's where I'll be plunking my head tonight. I'm driving directly to the golf course now. Get organized. I'm gonna have lunch, hit some balls, sign in, check in, get all that stuff done.
Then turn left immediately.
Well over an hour and a half for my tee time, so I've got lots of time. Must be the next light for us to turn. Rain's not something that's going to stick up all day. I got a long time before I tee off. One of the problems with a golf course when they have a tournament, and this place is no different than any other golf course, is that you usually have limited parking. Meaning that on a run of a normal day, it's not such a big deal. People are coming and going, local members. But when you have a tournament, everybody's kind of arriving for 7 o'clock, the first groups, and they tee off every 9 minutes, all the way through. So when you get here around 11:30 or 12, nobody has finished yet, and everybody's been arriving. So you get the parking lot full, and it's really usually quite a trouble to find a spot. So I try to find an area close to the front where I can just kind of pull off the road, go and get my cart, or if I'm walking, whatever I'm doing, get things organized. And then usually by the time my tee-off time comes, the people who teed off at 7 to 8 o'clock are finished, and they're starting to leave, and they always have the good the good parking spots. So I kind of keep my eye open when I see a vehicle moving, and that's my signal to stop whatever I'm doing, hitting balls or practicing or eating, and just grab my cart and move it to a spot a little bit closer, so at the end of the day, in case it's raining or something, I don't have to go too far in the parking lot. So right here is where the golf course is, and you can already see, like I was talking about, there's the cars, and they're all lined up. Oh, actually there's some spots at the end today, which is very unusual. You usually don't find anything that's not in that grass or something, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll find a spot, we'll get organized, get loaded up. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm walking or driving. I always like to see who my playing partners are. If they're walking, I'll walk. If they're driving, I'll drive. It just kind of depends. There's the clubhouse right there. They're outside barbecuing already. They put on quite a little spread here, which is great. So this place right here says no parking, but I'm only there for a second just till I can get my golf club out. That is number 18 right where that guy's driving. So we'll see if we can find a cart and get organized. I'll just park here for a bit till I can pay for everything and then move on. All for now. Say, coming around the back side, there's your clubhouse. People mulling around. Cart corral, all that good stuff. Registration desk, tip, all of that. Nice. Well, I'm back after my round of golf. Yes, I shot 89 today. Not a very respectable round of golf at all. I was all over the place. But, as you can tell, the sun was out. I'm now at the motel room. Tomorrow's a different day. going to be happy and just going to unload my stuff, but I thought I'd give you a little look, see this room. This is really the Dewdrop Inn. That's the only way I can put it. This is where you go by yourself when your wife's not with you. The old Travelodge by Wyndham. The old motel. Drive up into your hotel. Haven't been one of these for years. The old air conditioner outside. Doors don't quite shut. I think you all kind of understand what kind of room I'm in. A couple of places to sit down. Not bad. A little table for my laptop. Double bed, I would assume. I'm by myself, no big deal. You know, it's got a microwave and it's got a little fridge there. A mirror, television, little place to hang up the clothes I'm not going to hang up. Bathroom, shower. You know, I look at the $200, $250 rooms Canadian, and I look at this room and I say, I'm by myself. I'm here now. I won't be leaving again tonight for about, well, probably 11 hours, 12 hours before I get back up and head out for my next round of golf and then go home. All you need. Well, all I need anyway. Anyway, so been pretty good. Not a bad spot. Weather's good. Tomorrow's going to be sunny. I'm going to play better tomorrow. Maybe. But other than that, I'll come back tomorrow. I got some pictures to interject throughout this from the golf course itself, the Amherst Golf Club. The greens today were what I call a golf course can do to you if it's not giving you a lot of difficulty with hazards and out of bounds and woods and tough long holes. The equalizer in Amherst is the greens. They were fast, and I didn't handle them very well. I three putted 7 times. So that means I was hitting the ball okay, but I just couldn't get it in the hole. Tomorrow will be a different day. Or maybe not. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 2 of the Amherst Open. Just hanging out in my motel room this morning. Had a great sleep last night, nice and quiet. Room, like I say, was not fancy, but it was sufficient. Looking outside, kind of foggy, but not a cloud in the sky. It's going to be about 25 C, 75 F. So, I dug myself quite a hole yesterday in that tournament, shooting 89. I got to shoot something where it's low today in the high 70s or an 80, just to put myself back into where my handicap would allow me to be. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I'll grab some footage anytime I think that it looks like be interesting. And from after the tournament's over, I'll just be back on the road heading home. So, until I get back in touch, toodaloo. Okay, just driving out to the golf course this morning. And I think if you remember yesterday, I showed you what it's like to get to the golf course and try to find a parking place when you're one of the later tee-off times throughout the day. We'll see what it looks like this morning when we pull in. I got a feeling it'll be quite a bit different.
Your destination on the left-hand side after 150.
Yeah, there's some cars right there. Lots of parking places out front, you can see. Makes a big difference, but you can't plan that. So we will go in here and get set up for the day. Just unpacked my stuff in a cart. I'm gonna take a drive out to the driving range. I don't think I showed you that yesterday. Little roadway. Not a lot of activity at 8 o'clock in the morning on the driving range. Yesterday was full. I mean, some people there, no? Some old balls left. All of that, so that's good. just getting ready to click back on the highway and head home. Stop here to call on. I thought it'd be kind of a neat area because we're right in the middle of all the windmills farm. And they're turning, although the golf course today, there really wasn't any activity with wind. It was a very beautiful
Turn
day.
right after 250 meters onto Trans-Canada Highway.
There we go.
Please turn next right.
Me back on the highway and taking me home about an hour and a half drive. So today's round was much better. I shot 80 today, so that was an 89 and an 80 for the 2 days. Wasn't real happy with yesterday's score, but today I was much better, more kind of normal for me. So my average was right around my handicap, 84, 85. So with the slope on the golf course, so I was very pleased. Great guys to play with. Course was fantastic. Greens are very, very hard. Not hard to read and hard to putt. They're so fast.
91 kilometers.
So pretty much, I guess a successful weekend. Hotel and stuff was great. Food at this tournament was fantastic. All the sausage and hamburgers and hot dogs, not just at one point, but any time throughout the day. Pretty full of meat. I'll be getting into the salad here shortly. And like I said, that will probably be the end of my summer golf series out in the road. Tried to show you a few things around just some of the areas. I have some more events coming up which are two-man events, some where I'm from and some away, but they're kind of the fun parts. Once you get through the middle August into Labor Day, most times you're playing in scrambles or those kind of events because they're just fun. Everybody wants to play in those. So I guess that will be it for today, and I'm going to keep in touch. I'm not sure exactly where my next vlog will be coming along, but we know that we're going to start a new vlog for January of 2025, which will be very similar to last year. It's a drive from New Brunswick down the east coast on the 95 through the Carolinas, north, south, Virginia, ending up in this year a little different, Hilton Head, South Carolina. We're going to go all the way south. We've had a place to stay there for a week, and then from there we're going to travel down to Florida to where we're going to take our house that we're renting for the couple of months. But that's not it. As soon as the 4th of April rolls around, Ann and I, everything goes right, are jumping on a plane from Orlando and we're heading to Vegas for a week. So we're coming back, of course, and when we come back we're going to be driving to Virginia, and we're staying there a week. So we're not going to get home to Canada this year until about the end of April. So really looking forward to quite an exciting winter of activities, and we'll take you along.